Thank you, Mr. President. Right, so good afternoon, young ladies. We have with us two guests today. One is a speaker, Anne's the speaker. Don doesn't say a lot, being a man. He's come as support because Anne's not doing too well. She falls over now and then. Sorry. But, and some of you will know Anne and Don because if you recall Don Gregson, who was our treasurer for many years, a very respected member of our club, in fact you were very good friends, I think, with Don. We went back to the caravanning days and so forth, and they did attend quite a lot of functions in those days as guests of Don, I think, didn't you? And so they've been associated with us and are now friends of Rotary. So it's very pleasing that we have friends with us today. Now, Anne, you've seen what it says, Memaribilia, I think is what you call it, isn't it? Now, you've seen what's set out on the table over there. You can certainly have a look later on. There's certain bits of it.
Are you going to bolt overarm or underarm?
You that don't understand someone leaving the
between times, if you'd like coffee, over here on the bar.
Well, I don't know. It looks to me like a kind
John Bloom.
Many of you will remember them. Of course, I'm too young, but many of you will. Peter Fulham denied knowing anything about anything about rationing, but I don't believe it. Anyway, without further ado, Anne is going to. It's very interesting. I've seen this presentation before personally. You'll find it very interesting. So, Anne, over to you.
Good afternoon, President. The offer on my hubby as my glamorous assistant because I've hurt my foot. So what I'm going to do, I'll explain so you can get round to everybody. Every item has got a number on it. This one is number 15. And what I'm going to do is put some on each table. And what I'd like you to do, have a look, see if you recognise what it is. And if you do, write it down on this sheet that I've left at the table. And then pass it on to the next table, right? Just check, I don't think, oh yeah, there's odd things that might have a question on it, so just check the label to see if there's a question on the label. What I suggest as well is, from this table, which is your president's, pass to the two gentlemen over there. They will pass to that table, to where David's table, to your table, and then to here. So it should hopefully go round and round. Alright, so I hope you enjoy it. It's a little bit of fun, it's nothing too serious, and I'm sure you'll get most of the things correct. So good luck, and I'll get my glamorous assistant to help me now. Incidentally, as you were mainly gentlemen, I bought a lot of men's top piece. I've got over 100 items. But I have put in a couple of things that I thought would be good for the ladies, alright? So mainly men's things.
So you've got to keep the meat stage.
So yeah, if you can when you pass this round, can you be careful? Because at one club I went to, someone nearly knocked someone's head off. Oh, no. So I don't want any fitness bodies today. They are.
Oh, the lights.
You know what it is, Sylvia?
It's a strap. It's a strap, isn't it?
It's a barbershop.
Chastising.
Have you got any other bits of those? Oh yeah, that goes.
You have a barbershop, it's not even nothing.
There you are. That opens, by the way, like that.
Sharpening a razor.
There you are, look. Okay, that's quite
Yeah,
expensive.
Sharpening your cutthroat.
Yeah, and there's that one there, that little one there.
That's hand grenade. This is
That's the first one.
Wine dispenser, yeah.
It looks like it.
But how would that say? That big noise.
No, no, it's
I thought a couple of things in October.
Who would have worn it?
What it is, Jerry?
an agitator.
Ah, right.
This one is number 17, and it might be years old. Something else in there.
It's a flower press.
Oh, I think it's a cigar.
That's right.
How we doing, Eddie?
All right.
It's not a snuff box, is it?
Personally, I'd say it's a match box, match holder.
Match holder. Oh, right, okay.
And then we'll have a striking thing underneath.
Yeah, but there is a.
Yeah.
A darning.
What I'll do, if any tables are short of anything, can you put your hands up and I'll see if I've got them here, or if anybody's got them, they can get them to you maybe. So, the president's table, are you short of anything?
Number 19.
Number 19? Have anyone got number 19? Right, yeah, so you're finished with the lovely. Sorry, number 14? Oh, is there anyone else?
3 and 7.
3? There you are.
3 and 7, what are they?
3. There you are. Number 7.
I don't know what that is.
Call out the answers, but as I hold each item up, if you think you know what it is or know what it is, you can call out the answer and I can let you know if you're right or wrong. Okay? So, number 1.
Earwax remover.
No!
Pipe tamper and
Pipe cleaner. It's a little pipe cleaning outfit. Actually, the little pointed one is to clean your pipe, the little spoon to put your more tobacco in, and then the other part is to tamper it down. So anything to do with pipe, you can get yourself. Oh, 1 point each answer, by the way. Right. Number 2. Yes, the real name is razor strop, and it was in the days when, I mean, I think you still get your cutthroat razor shaves now, but they were very often only used for shaving, and the people like Sweeney Todd would sharpen his razor on this, and I should imagine he got through quite a lot as well. Right, now, number 3.
Hand warmer.
Maybe for a cot or
No.
for a baby.
No, it isn't. Actually, the real name, it was a lady gave it to me and her grandmother gave it to her. It's a little muff warmer when they used, the ladies in the 16th century, 15th, they used to have a little, they used to hold their muff. That is it. So it is a hand warmer. That's true. But in those days, I mean, when there was very poor people, a lot of the poor people used to put potatoes, hot potatoes in their pocket, or just heat stones up and put them in their pockets to keep their hands warm. Right, so, number 4, Robin. It is. It's a tie press. And a lady, what quiz I went to, she said her husband puts his silk ties in there, but I should imagine it's quite a nuisance really to unscrew that, screw that up and then get your tie straight. Right, number 5. Yeah, it's a darning mushroom, and lots of people during the forces used to use these, servicemen and women, for their socks, actually had to darn their socks. And also, I can remember as a little girl, my mum used to knit us lots of things, so rather than now when I go to the schools, they throw everything away. You had a hole in your sock years ago, your mum darned it for you. Same as if you had vests or itchy swimming costumes, they were all unpicked and repaired for someone else, but it's not like that now. So that's darning mushroom, number 5. Right. Number 6 is, who would have worn this? ARP. It was the air raid, the name is precaution officer, or air raid warden. And they had a very, very important job during the Second World War, as probably most of you might know, to make sure, to come round to check that all the windows were blacked out, so that if the Germans come over, if they saw any light, they would drop their bombs. So that would endanger not only you, but all the streets around you. So it was, quite an important thing. They would also evacuate people, make sure people were safely, organise fire engines and ambulance. So very, very important job. Well, I'm skipping through a bit quick, by the way. Right, that's number 6. Now, number 7, this is actually part of Don's heritage.
Teapot stand?
No, it's not a teapot stand. Yeah.
Black
memorial for someone killed in the
Black given
war.
to buried soldiers.
That's right. Dead right, that gentleman's right. It's a World War I. It's called a widow's penny, war widow's penny, and it was given to the families of people that had lost loved ones during the First World War. And these are usually about £60 when they're to buy now. So these were given to families that were deceased during the First World War. So, First World War. Yeah. This one? Anyone got any ideas?
Children harness.
No, it is a little baby, it's Edwardian actually, a little baby's harness, where they had great big dresses, Victorian, they would walk like that with a little child along the street like that. Whereas now, they have a little thing around their wrist and the kids run everywhere, don't they? But I've done a lot of these, I've been doing this for over 4 years. It just started as a little church, a few bits and pieces for a church, and I've got one booking, now I've got bookings for next year. But one quiz I did, a mixed group again, the man said, did it come from a house of ill repute? So I said, I don't know, I haven't been to one. Another man said, was it an early bra? And I thought, well, he must have with some funny women. So that's that one, number 8. Now number 9, it's quite, it's a little egg topper, number 9. But again, I went to a little church group, and one of the men there said, one of the ministers actually, he said, was it a circumcision toy? So I don't know why I thought that. Church was. Dangerous, that. Number 10, again, this is again part of Don's heritage. It is a little snuff box, and excuse me, I've got some snuff here. I don't know if anyone wants to look at it or try it or have tried it, but they used to, and Don remembers his nan doing it, put a little bit of pinch on their wrist and sniff it, but it can be quite strong. Also, I've been told, we bought this in Covent Garden at Tobacconist. I've also been told that a lot of now youngsters take it into nightclubs because they're not allowed to smoke, but they can have a sniff of this. So if anyone wants to have a sniff, they're welcome, okay? So that's the snuff. Right, 10. Right, number 11. I can get it open. There you are. Number 11. Well, it is a coin holder, but if you get coin, I'll give you half a point. If you get sovereign or half sovereign holder, I'll give you 1 point. Okay, just a minute. So it is a sovereign or half sovereign holder, and you probably know when the gentlemen, they were rich, obviously rich people, would have a chain across their neck, across their chest, with the watch, and they would have their sovereigns hanging on it. And the ladies, only wealthy ladies, would have this around their hips on a chatelaine. Okay, but obviously for that day, very, very wealthy people. No, number 12.
Hair curlers.
Yeah, they are. They are curling tongs, hair curlers. And again, Don remembers his mum put it in the fire, and then when it was hot enough, take it out and singe your hair. But yeah, the old-fashioned. And again, when I go into the schools, I take my modern things in, like hot water bottles and things, and the children can't believe how hard it was for our mums, especially some of the items they use. Right, so that's that. Now, number 13, I believe. Yeah. Number 13. When the ladies lost the button, what would they use to replace it by? It was, the ladies probably might remember, I know. It was either a little tiny silver threepenny bit or a little sixpence, or a coin. It could be a little coin. But I was also told by a gentleman that he used to call these laughing knives because as soon as he saw those, he knew he was laughing. I didn't quite. You obviously knew what he meant. But again, with a really tights only came in the early 60s because up until then, ladies wore stockings right from back of the ages, but when it was the 60s, the miniskirt came in, so it was appropriate that they wore tights, much to a lot of men's disgust, I think. So that's number 13. Right, now number 14.
Match.
No. Anyone got any other answers? It is. It's a little silver, little sewing needle holder, very fine needle.
Yeah, you got that. Well done.
A lady that was in her 80s gave this to me, and she was a court dressmaker, and she said when she worked in the West End with beautiful, very fine gowns around her, and she used to sit there, and she said rather than keep getting up, she would have this on a silver chain with the needles around her neck, and she'd have a big like a stem at the side of it with all the fine threads on. So it's a lovely little thing, but it is a needle holder, okay? That's number 14. Number 15, I think a few people got this correct.
Chestnut.
It is, chestnut roaster. And again, I don't know if any of you remember, but I can remember going to the market with Mum and Dad in winter, and there used to be a man with a brazier, and he would be roasting chestnuts, and you'd get a little tiny bag. Someone said they still do that in Romford, actually. Yes, that's number 15, I'm rushing. Number 16. It is. Let me put this on. It is a collar box.
Yeah.
There you are. It's a collar box. Again, when I first started work in the city, I can remember the gentlemen used to go and walk in their pinstripe suits and these lovely collars and their bowler hats and an umbrella. And obviously they would take these off and get them laundered, and they'd keep them in a box like this. I suppose if you was a vicar, you would have it that way round. So that's number 16. Right, number 17. It's a little cigar cutter. So that's 17. Right. Number 18.
Military.
It is. A lot of service people would have used these for their uniforms, so the sergeant or whoever wouldn't be on them. But when they clean their brass buttons, they would push these across the button so they could clean it without dirtying their uniform. So it is a button cleaner. Right, I'm going to do number 19.
The ancient order of the buffaloes.
No, a rotary actually. No, rotary. No, actually, it is a gavel, and it's a livestock gavel. You know when they did. But if you put gavel, that is correct. But it was obviously it's been made up. But it is for when they do cattle auctions and things like that. So it is a gavel. So you get 1 point anyway for putting gavel, livestock gavel. Okay. Now number 20.
Dolly stick.
It's a posser.
It is a dolly posser or dolly washer, and again, Victorian times particularly, where usually the ladies would have a big bath and they'd put the washing in and they'd keep plunging that down. So if anyone's washing machine's broke, see me later. Right, so that's that. Now, number 20, there's a possible 9 answers to number 20. So if you get more... Sorry, number 21. If you get more than 4 right, you can have a whole point. Less than that, half a point. So if I call that what it is, you can call the answer. How many fathers in a penny? 4. How many half crowns in a pound? 8. How many florins in a pound? 10. How many pennies in a pound? 240. Yes, 240. How many threepenny bits in a shilling? 4. And how many shillings in a pound? 20. How many sixpences in a shilling? 2. It's 2. And what was the value of a guinea in old money? And I can remember looking and seeing the suits, and they were in guineas then, all the suits.
£1.
Right, that was that. And how many halfpennies in a shilling?
24.
How many halfpennies in a shilling? 24. It's 24. So if you add all your points up, you should have a maximum of 21 points. So you want to find out which table today is the brains of Britain.
No, we know which is the oldest.
As if you're all honest.
14.
19 and a half.
Lovely, Don. Right.
Yeah.
So who got 21? Sorry, 21. 20. Have you? How many?
20 and 3/4.
20 and 3/4?
Ignoring.
He's talking about his shoe size.
That size?
You said there was 4 of them to 1.
No.
Those ones there. 4 right at 1 point.
No.
Half a
Out of
point.
the whole block of 9 answers, if you get less than 4, you get half a point. But for the whole question 21, you get half a
Mark
point.
down,
Not 20
mark
then.
down.
You got 20. Oh, give a clap. Well done, your table.
19 and a half.
Does anyone get 19 and a half? Well done.
19 and a half,
Give a clap. Does anyone get 19?
Well done, Ray.
18 and a
That's him,
half?
yeah.
18? 17 and a half? Well done. 17, 16 and a half?
8.
How many have you got?
14.
14. Well done, everybody. As you're all done so well, you can all have a chocolate.
Hey. Been back to school.
That's very interesting. I've never seen these things.
Did we get that needle holder? Or did you put it as matches? Matches.
You said these over first and then you changed your mind.
Yes, somebody's...
I did rush it, sorry. I did rush a bit, but well done.
Very good. You're very
Because I was just trying, interested in getting about it.
Shouldn't listen to me, Sylvia.
I know, I want in future.
I like chocolate, I like chocolate.
Moses.
Yeah, roses are red.
Has anybody got any
Put it
questions?
as much as your figure.
Any questions?
No, it's well done.
I would like to say, I've rushed it a bit this afternoon, but if I've got over 100 items, so if you wish me to come back another time and get invited, then I list the things you've had this time, and next time I fetch different things. Okay, but I hope it's been a bit of fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. And it's been really enlightening and entertaining, and I'm sure we'll all agree that even at the age of some of them, you couldn't remember what was on the table. Remember the table. Nevertheless, thanks for the chocolates. That was also, but it was very entertaining, very worthwhile. We would like to see you again.
Yeah, definitely.
Assistant today, and it's Brian's fault I'm here. He invited me.
Right, any other business? Anybody wish to say anything before we draw it to a close? Right, just the usual reminders of the apologies book, the menu and the website. The menu is on the website, but if you fail to get on it, Pauline's going to be happy, because it's prawn cocktail to start with, Pauline, and chicken breast as the main course.
Wow.
So can we stand please for the final toast? Rosalind, please, the world over.
All over.
Throughout the world.
All right.